Alright, welcome to the second video. This one, what we'll do is I've got my picture, and what I'm going to do is maybe warp it, play around with it a little bit. So if we go to select some of this, we can select parts of the face. So let's say I wanted to take the beard specifically. So I could kind of trace around the beard. And then if I select where is it? Oops. Not that one. The selection, I can move this around, or I can hit warp over here, which is also on Photoshop. And what I can start to do is pull parts of this around. So if I want this to be exaggerated a little bit, I can do that. So now that flares out the beard a little bit. Maybe I like that. I'll select something else. Let's say I take let's say I kind of take the forehead and the top of the head. I can do the same thing. Maybe I want to pinch it up here at the top. Whoops. Push it in just a little bit. Make it a little bit smaller. I can go back to freeform, and that'll let me move it around where I want it to go. So now I have kind of like a little bit of an exaggeration on my photo. Maybe I'll do one more little part. I'm going to take the chunk of the ear that we have left over here. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger and bring it into the side a little bit. Something like that. So now I have kind of a silly looking photo a little bit. Maybe I'll also do one more thing. I'll select kind of the shoulder and the neck area, and maybe I'm gonna just distort that a little bit, pinch it in. Alright, so what I can do with this is I can take the whole thing, whoops, I can put this over on the side, and I could use that like I did in the last one to make a drawing. Or if I want to keep it bigger, since I've already exaggerated what it is, get it here on the picture plane. I'm going to add a new layer right above it. I'm going to put it on a color that I can maybe see really easily, really bright color. And maybe what I'm going to do is just trace it. So I could zoom in and I could start to trace parts of this. And then what happens is I could go around and change the color of my drawing after I make the drawing. Okay, so you could see the orange there. I'll show you that in just a second. Zoom out. I'm staying really loose on the beard and a lot of the details. I don't need to get too detailed. The other videos that I've already posted are pretty good at kind of showing you a step-by-step without talking. You want to just see what to do, that's the place to watch it. Zoom into this eye. Do a little bit really quick here. My non-existent upper lid. This is all bright right now, but what we'll do is we'll make it disappear and then we'll change it. So if we take the photo and make that disappear, now we can see what this looks like, and we can take this layer, if we're still on it, we are, and we can select this hue, saturation, and brightness. We can make it more of a gray color, and we can make it really dark and make that go away. And now you can see that drawing. And then I could also go through here and play around with this shape a little bit more. You know, now that I can see it. Oops. Let's go to a neutral color here. And just clean this up a little bit. Maybe I like the idea of curving this neck just a little bit more, bringing this other shoulder down and away. Just to make it look a little more exaggerated. You can zoom into any part of this and remember, these are just thumbnails. You're just going through, figuring out what things are going to look like. You know, adding a little bit of shading is probably a good idea. You know where eyes and, you know, different darker areas on your drawing are. But this is kind of taking something that I traced and then going through and making it a little more clear. So the other videos that you'll see for this project, I'm not going to talk through them. I'm just going to give you the speed paint from Procreate, which you'll see, you can see this sped up. But I'll add the other photos and I'll come through and you'll be able to see me work through this, pick which one I want to move to the next stage, and then do a Riley method at the end. And we'll talk about the Riley method before we end the series.